Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Volcanoids, where it has been a little bit of a while. Now you may be thinking, Bentham, didn't you make a series on this before? Why is this in episode 1? You got like 3 episodes into this game already. A few months back and then dropped the series for a while. Yes, that is true, but we're going to start again, and we're going to start again for very good reason. The game has changed quite a lot in the time that I've been away. I always knew that there were updates coming, and the devs were talking about a lot of the things that were going to change and improve, including things that I talked about. The devs have been very good, as it turns out, at addressing the concerns of players and the feedback of players. They were watching all of those 3 previous videos and talking about what they were planning on changing. And they've changed it. That's always good to see. The devs are very much on the ball, paying attention, doing the thing, and improving their game at quite a reasonable rate, all things told. And so, yeah, the game has changed so much that we might as well start again, because the whole way that the game begins has changed. And just the entire gameplay experience throughout it has changed a lot. There's new combat stuff, there's new things about how the drillship moves that I'm very excited to show. That was the particular update that triggered me starting this series off afresh. And just a lot more, like a lot of quality of life things have improved. The way the game progresses is a lot more interesting now. Basically, on every front, it has got better. There's still places for it to go, and there's still like features that are planned that are coming that I'm very excited to see. But I think this is a good time to get back into it and show you how the game has changed. And it has a lot. That's the thing. I like the first series I did was back in March. I only got like 3 episodes in, and then suddenly every factory game under the sun did a thing, and I went off and covered those for a while. But we're back now because this has drawn me back in with it. It's exciting new changes. I've been playing it offline, and as usual, I went to play for like a couple hours to see what it's like, and then played for like a day or 2. I can't even remember. I played a lot of the game again, which is what I keep doing every time I think, oh, maybe I should cover Volcanoids. So, let's get into it. We'll start a new game, and immediately we have one of the new changes. They're in our difficulty settings, and we can go in and customize them, choose exactly what we want, and see the different settings that difficulties get us. Interestingly, the page there only had easy to hard, but they're actually peaceful and nightmare as well. So nightmare makes it so that COGs take 1/3 of the damage they would normally. Deposits have 1/4 of the resources they would normally, and there's just more COGs everywhere, and the volcano goes off more frequently. Basically, pretty horrifying. We're going to stick with normal. I did test out hard, but I had some issues with working out how to capture a drill ship when you don't have the tutorial hand you on, and I didn't bother working that out, so we're just going to do the one with the tutorial. And also I found that if you do put it on hard, it makes the combat just a little bit too frustrating when you need a few too many shots to take anything out. So I might have got murdered a few times just by walking off the pier onto the island. So we're going to stick with normal, where I can actually survive for 5 minutes and get myself a drill ship and do all that cool stuff. So, let us begin. We've been through all this before. As far as I know, the whole story of Adranos hasn't changed. The volcano went off, and then robots appeared everywhere, everyone left, and now we're on an expedition back to Adranos to rescue it from robot control and find out why on earth the volcano keeps going off every 25 minutes, I believe, in this particular difficulty setting. Here's our captain. Hello, captain. We have to craft ourselves a drill ship core. I'm going to accept this quest, and that's basically the only quest I'm going to accept. They've now made it a lot more clear what is the tutorial and what are optional missions, and the tutorial is a very short initial thing that we'll get through in no time at all, and from there we'll be free to do what we want, and it's now easier to work out what we are doing, or at least I feel like it. Maybe it's just because of my experience. So we're in the submarine right now. I'm going to steal everything that I can't hit that button. There we go. I can't hit the button. I'm going to steal everything that the captain has in here for my own purposes. I think is there some more storage downstairs? Yes, there is. You can basically loot the ship for a bunch of initial materials to get things kick-started. We'll also try and switch everything on in here. The only thing we need to do is make a drill ship core, and then we can leave. We'll get everything running and check what the actual requirements are. We might have enough stuff just to do it, thinking about it. Like, if I go to the production station, what do we need for a core? Where do you even make the cores? There they are, in upgrades. It's 2 more copper ingots. I can literally just make that right now. Yeah, I don't need to actually go get all the stuff it wanted me to get. There was no coal in here, but I guess there was some residual energy in the submarine. And now I have the drillship core. I just skipped the entire quest without leaving the submarine. Sounds good to me. Now I've got to claim a drill ship. That's the actual final quest. Forgot there was one more. And yeah, then we say goodbye to the submarine. We don't need to come back here unless we get wrecked by COGs, which is possible, but I think we'll be fine. So we have a new gun, the pistol. There's now not just the shotgun, there are multiple tiers of weaponry that you progress through as the game goes on. Oh, there's the drill ship arriving that we're going to steal. I'm just going to grab some resources while we're here. Do need a bit of coal to get things moving. There's some more copper over there. Gonna sneak up though. The settlements are often occupied. Let's be ready with the gun. No sign of anybody. Okay. Let's approach the drill ship, which should be occupied. We only have a pistol, so it's going to take a few shots to take someone out. I've got his attention. Now here's an important thing. Headshots are more damaging now. I don't think they were previously. They are now important. So you've got to try and get him in the head. I'm reasonable-ish at it. Not perfect. Never been good at shooters, but it's not too difficult. We can loot them for various materials, including more ammo. Okay, anyone else around here? We might be okay. Don't see any other COGs guarding the place. Not too bad then, only 2 of them. No one inside. Right, here's our drill ship. Well, it's not ours yet, but if we click on this, it's now our drill ship, using the drill ship core, and we now have control of it. Now, it is a little bit wrecked, but I think there's the supplies, yes there are, to fix the place up. Some stuff in here as well. Let's just take everything for now. I should probably leave the coal in there. That's quite important. We'll put all our basic resources in here. Any of our building stuff. And also, this loot that we've got off the COGs. This is some new stuff we can get. Various materials that you can harvest off of murdered enemies. And they were important for progression-y stuff. We'll get into that later. I've got to fix all these breaches. And there's some on the ceiling. And we now have an airtight drill ship. We now need a door. That's quite important. Do I have one on me? No, so hopefully I can make one with the stuff I have in here, or I'll die because I've just trapped myself inside. We need some copper tubes. Okay. 1 unit of copper tubes, and we can make a door module. And we'll actually be able to leave. While we're at it, we'll make a door. Let's be fancy. And then we can grab them out of our storage here. Put it in the side, and we'll have a properly operational drill ship. Okay, and doop. And there we go, that's the tutorial. Congratulations, you completed the tutorial. More quests available in the radio, which I'm going to completely ignore. Now you're on your own, discover what happened to the island. You'll need to upgrade your drill ship in order to reach other areas. There's some examples of upgrade things there. The things we seek, we need these to upgrade the drill ship and progress through the island. The captain offers additional tutorial quests. When feeling lost, contact him through the radio. So basically, it now establishes the captain much more strongly as an assistance character who will just tell you what you need to do if you're stuck. Otherwise, you can ignore him and just get on with your life. So, I'm going to make a window and stick that up here, because I realise I used the windowed variant, and I'd like there not to be random bits of dirt flooding into the side of the thing. Not that that will actually happen. There's big side panels that will fold up when this drill ship sets in motion. We've got some repair work to do here on some of the modules that were damaged by who knows what. I'm the only force really on this island that damages things other than the volcano, which usually damages them a little bit more permanently. Alright, there we go. We have our ship. It's got some basic stuff. We've got refinery, storage, production. On the roof we've got power, and that's it. We've only got 1 of each module right now, so we definitely want to upgrade it with some more stuff. There's our map of the island. This has changed a bit. It's now got a whole thing going on with it that we'll get into in a minute. Oh, and there's now a new little structure you can get inside the drill ships, which is the up-down lever. You can just plonk these around the place wherever you like. You hit that, and you go down, or indeed up if you're underground at the time. It's just a quick way of getting out of dodge if the volcano's about to erupt and you're not near the actual control thing, which also has up and down things on either side. So if you approach it from this side, you can get it, and this side you can get it without missing and having to walk around, because sometimes you'll end up cutting it so close that a second makes a difference between being destroyed by the volcano or not. As it stands, though, we've got quite a few of those, got nearly 9 minutes yet. So we're doing pretty well. So, we want to set up a bit of refining first. Let's get the copper ingots being smelted. But we don't have the module available. It hasn't been enabled. Let's make sure all the modules are actually running. I think that was the only one that wasn't running. So now, this is automatically smelting our copper. We don't have any sulfur right now, so that's all it can do. I'm going to store some of the stuff I have here in here, because I don't need this much in the way of materials. There we go. Repair kits, ammo, med kits, revolver. That's all we need for now. We don't need breach replacements on us, just in the drill ship, for if the drill ship gets any holes in it. We can have some spare kits stored in here. And we'll see what we can craft. Probably not much right now, though we can make some basic production stuff so that we can then see what few things we can make with a little bit of copper we have. But we already have plenty of plates, turns out. Oh, we already have plenty of bolts, actually. Okay. We'll make a few more copper tubes. Also, important thing we could do with is a turret. Right now we have no defenses against anyone who might attack our drill ship. We want to build a turret so that we can prevent them running up and just shooting us. Luckily we can make one of those relatively easily. Once that's made, we'll make some turret ammo as well. Plenty of that. 5 cases of the stuff. They just stay in the shared inventory of the vessel. And we'll stick our cannon, I guess it's not a cannon, it's a normal turret, gun turret, whatever it is, on the side there. That's now folded out and watching for any attackers. We'll probably need some extra power. How are we looking right now? Yeah, we're draining our power right now. So we'll need a new power generation module. And I'll probably grab us an extra storage module as well, though I need a chest for that. I can make one of those. Equipment, chest, and then once that's made, I can make a second storage. And the only other thing we could really want is a research module, but that requires 3 converters, so that is where the robot loot comes in. Now, when you loot the COGs that you kill, they have the various things on them that you saw before. I'll go back to them. We got a shredder and 2 miner heads. So there's various different classes of robot, and each head is a little bit different and contributes to some different part of research. It's all basically like a tier thing, but there's also different like things you can research within that. So it's basically about getting better modules. So right now we've got level 1 modules of everything. Using the heads and the other looted items, the components, you can research other modules of various kinds, better modules in particular, and upgrade the drill ship. Right now we're in this really tiny thing, but later on we'll add more segments to it, get better modules, and we'll do that by gathering loot from the robots that we destroy. So we should probably go out and look for some, as well as some ore to grab, because we want to make sure we're well stocked for the first time we have to die. We've got 5 minutes before that happens, so we've got to be back in that time. I'll just wander around and gather what ores I can find. If I happen to stumble across some COGs, we'll deal with those too. And they'll give us their own loot. More coal is important right now. Without coal, the whole thing shuts down, and then you're in serious trouble. And the shore is where you can find coal. Basically, the entire shoreline of the island all the way around is coal. And then the fancier stuff is limited to the particular sections that you find it in. So you can make these deposits more rich. Oh, yep, energy's running low, so I think it's because we've got less than 20 coal left. It's now warning me that there's an energy situation to deal with. Let's go deal with this guy. I lost my train of thought there. I was talking about something and I've forgotten. Oh, there's 2 of them. Alright. Well, this guy's coming towards me, so we'll deal with him. Oh, I missed. There we go. Get him in the head and it doesn't take too long for them to go down. Where did the other one get to? He might have gone towards that drill ship over there. Alright. Carry on gathering coal. Yeah, each of the different sections has different materials in it you can gather, but coal is everywhere because it's always needed for the drill ship, of course. I'm going to check out this little structure right here. Oh, there's nothing on that. Should have the gun for this. Is this just a lone building? Nobody guarding it. Okay. Well, some scrap metal. This can be broken down into copper. though we'll need to build the thing that does that. We don't have it right now. And that's about all there is around here. We need to get back. We got 3 minutes to go. Still plenty of time, really, but good to get back and also get everything stocked up and ready to go. The modules in position, so on and so forth. And then for those that are new to Volcanoids, you can see what happens when the clock ticks down. And there's a lot of markers around here for other drill ships in the area. That helps us to find drill ships to attack, because they will give us plenty more loot. And they now all have different kind of designations and specialties, so you want to go for certain ones to research certain things. Oh, the rumbling is beginning. We're getting towards that time. Actually, we've got a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm going to wander out here and see if I can grab some sulfur before we have to go. I think the green ones might be the weakest ones, based on the fact that he went down from 2 shots that weren't even very accurate. Whereas this red guy, I think, is a higher level, because it definitely took a bit more to deal with him. They still do the thing where when you kill them, they make a shotgun sound. I don't know what that's about. There we go. We can just gather some of the ores along the edge of the... I was going to say water. This is not water. This is, in fact, lava. Along the edge of the lava. Luckily, it's safe to stand as close to this as you like, as long as you're not in it. 2 minutes to go. We've got plenty of materials. Let's get back. Seems like things have been quiet for our drill ship while we've been away. No attacks seem to have taken place. The more into dangerous territories we go, the more we'll have to worry about the COGs coming after us. And here we are. Close the door, though we don't really need to. Just feels like the right thing to do. Dump our materials in here. If we want to do any crafting stuff, we have to get that done while we are above ground. Okay, so that will make our coal thing up there. Storage there. Then we can't make the research thing, can we? Because we need some loot. Oh, the alarm is beginning. We got 1 minute to go. Okay, is there anything we want to do here? I think we're pretty good. Maybe just a case of getting out of dodge. We just get that smelting sulfur for a second. It'll take 2 seconds to be done, and then we will descend. 1 minute to go. We'll hop into the drill ship. You can see we've got a map now, and that's a new thing. When we're piloting, and we hit the go underground button, and our little drill ship will set off underground. We can hop out of this and just walk around in the drill ship while we're doing the thing, but we might as well watch the thing leaving. 35 seconds to go. We're gone with plenty of time to spare. And here we are underground, where there is in fact this whole thing we can navigate around. But I'll hop back to the periscope for now, because we can watch what's going on. This is now a proper periscope. Previously it just gave us like a third-person view. Now it's genuinely as if we're popping a periscope up out of the ground. Don't ask me how a ground periscope works. We'll assume that it's really strong, or the ground here is really weak. And we can watch the eruption from a more accurate perspective. Auto-saved. Thank you, game. Good job I was underground at the time. And the volcano engulfs the island. And turns it into a horrifying wasteland of ash and smoke. There we go. There's apparently still leaves on that one. I wonder if they're going to fade. I think they're staying on the ones they're going to stay on. Okay, we'll hop out of that. So here's the thing. Normally at this point I would just pick a location and pop back up there, or just pop back right where I am. But now we're in this mode. And this is the new travel update. We can now direct the drill ship around underground, and the underground has terrain that we have to navigate around to get where we're going. We can also mine ores while we're underground. This is fantastic, because previously while you were underground there was not really that much to do. You just had to sit and wait for the eruption to be over, and then you just come back up again. Now there's this whole region that you can navigate through, and it's actually quite an in-depth thing. It's not just like this one layer. There are 3 layers of tunnels. We are in layer 1 right now, and there are like pathways you can go down to get to lower levels. So now to navigate to different points on the island, you actually have to go underground and travel around and find them. And also, you can find things like crashed ships underground that you can then loot for parts. So there's another shredder. We need more of those to do certain science things. And now, in order to get to the underground caves that you may have seen if you watched the previous videos I did on this, you now get to those via the underground again. And you can see the bounds of those caves, use the periscope to look into them and navigate to different areas within them. And I love it. I love the idea of this. It's a lovely little extra element of the game within the game that I think really adds something to the drill ship traveling part of it, which was lacking before. And so right now we can only travel in this stuff, the soil here. There are different like levels of toughness of the ground. So there's soft rocks and hard rocks and like magma that's 500 degrees C, and then there's hot magma that's 1,200, and I think it gets worse from there. And so you can travel through the magma and you take temperature damage, but the thing is I can't actually demonstrate it to you because the game is clever and navigates you around it. It's not actually like it just flies towards your mouse, you click and it goes to where you clicked, and if you constantly hold down, then it constantly recalculates its path to where you're clicking. And it will navigate around particular things. So if I tell it to go down there, it will navigate around that instead. And the same for the lava. So if I sit myself here and say go there, it will smartly navigate around, which is nice. You can now see from the underground if there are other drill ships occupying areas, so we can see that that particular spot is currently taken. We can't come up there, though we could find another landing spot near there, or surfacing spot, I don't know what to call it. There we go, we managed to navigate through the lava there. You can find another spot nearby to come out and then go and assault the drill ships, so that's a good way of tracking them down. This one's also occupied. It can be annoying at times that all these spaces can be occupied, so you have to go somewhere else or wait till they leave. I'm not sure what makes them leave. It might be that you have to wait till the next eruption takes place for everything underground to kind of reset, which is how that works. So yeah, we can just go underground and happily wander around gathering materials without having to worry about being attacked. There we go, we've got a converter. We need those. We need 3 of those to get the research terminal. Or to get the research structure, I guess. The terminal's a separate thing. So they're a thing to keep an eye out for, the green ones. So killing the green COGs in particular will get us that stuff. Here's another surface drill ship here. And here is a tunnel, so it's a slightly different thing. That one's got like a path going there. The tunnels show a path coming from the top going down. So if we go into this, we end up on layer 2 of the tunnels. This is as far down as we can go for now. We need better technology to get lower. But this can have better stuff on it, I think. There's another converter there. There we go. And a destroyed research module, which I think will also be important for research-based tech stuff. Oh, I missed it. There's one annoying thing, whereas if you click on a material and then click somewhere else, you just go past the material without gathering it. I kind of wish there was like a waypoint thing you can do, unless there is. Maybe I don't actually know. But as far as I can tell, there isn't one. But you can see there's also these lines here. These lines mark caves. So while we're within those bounds, we're underneath a cave. So if I go back here, I'm not sure if we can periscope these spots. No, we're not allowed to, but I think certain areas within the region we can periscope. So right now I'm just pootling around because it's good to just discover the area. Oh, and here is one of the devices that the COGs are using. I don't know what they're actually called. We can find out if we actually switch to map mode by clicking this. That's just everything we've discovered so far. So yeah, I'm just pootling about to discover the map right now. Laser device. They're just called laser devices. So this is one of the things we need to destroy. We could actually try and do that now, theoretically. The only thing stopping us is that we might not have enough materials to be getting on with. I'll just grab this because I can see it right over here. Might as well stock up on the things that are right by us. But yeah, I think episode 1 we might be able to assault the laser device. So we'll hop into the Devil's Roar cave. This is one of multiple Devil's Roar spots. That's interesting. As we surface, you can see us discovering this. That's weird. I don't know if it's supposed to work that way, but it is. And here we are. There's the device, the thing we have to destroy.